What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the City Life Project YouTube channel for yet another live watch party. We're nearing the end of the Ultimate Fighter, which means we are very, very close to Dana White's Contender Series. I believe 2 or 3 weeks away. But episode 10 of the Ultimate Fighter season 33, as you can see here on the board, Team Cormier up in the competition. I mean, he's good. Well, likely gonna win here, as we have our second semifinal fight, but the first time on the show where two teammates are going to be fighting here at welterweight, and the BFL Brazilian Canadian Rodrigo Sezinando had an outstanding performance in his first fight, and Jazzy Jeff Creighton looked damn good in his fight as well. I'm really excited to see this one. Again, the show this year has been meh, but the fights on every single episode have been nothing short of spectacular. So I imagine this fight's going to be awesome as well. Okay, it looks like the boys are going out tonight, so there's got to be... Oh, they're going to see Criss Angel. They're not even going out tonight. We're still going to see no Junkie McJunks. By the way, we've been keeping note of the fighters who get drunk, Daniel Cormier eating, guys breaking doors, like all the Ultimate Fighter lore. Dana White saying, holy fuck. Dana White pep talks. Honestly, it's been very thin as far as the lore stuff this season, but there's been some random extra stuff that's been okay. Honestly, the only good episode as far as like show entertainment, in my opinion, was the dollars for pounds, when Chael Sonnen's guy didn't make weight and he paid, what was it, $1,000 per pound. So Buddy got like $7,000. Yeah, plus I think a bonus. Yeah, it was great. Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Mystic. I would have 100% done that. I do want to start doing more Matrix, and then this particular card is awesome because it's one of the first time that promotion is bringing over a lot of really good international fighters to really test their Indian stars in that league. So it's actually going to be a really good card, and I hope that Matrix continues to do that, because then we'll finally be able to know before they get to the UFC or road to the UFC if some of these Indian fighters are ready to even just take that next step to, I mean, UFC, but even just any other major organization. What's up, Scott? Good to see you. Crazy busy week, but that's a good thing. I got a couple, probably like 3 more hours after Ultimate Fighter of work before my head hits that pillow, but this is a good break. This is a good break. By the way, we got 1 field trip so far. Cirque du Soleil. Yo, yo, yo. I hope Reyes knocks out Carlos Alberg and gets the title shot. I got nothing against Alberg, but yes, I would very much like that as well. I would very much like that as well. Of course, Criss Angel giving a nod to Chael Sonnen, the undefeated. Alberg is very boring. Well, he's one of those where it's like he either gets the knockout or he stays on the outside and kickboxes. So I would disagree on that. I don't think he's very boring. It's like he's either high ceiling, low floor. High ceiling, low floor. Either his fights are fun because he's getting a wicked knockout, or he's picking apart his opponent on the outside and defending takedowns, right? Now, as he continues to fight the top of the division, maybe his fights will be a little bit more boring. But as of now, I wouldn't deem him that. All right, so Criss Angel brought Chael Sonnen and Colby Covington on stage. They don't even show what they do. All right, we have the Apex shot. Oh, this show, man. Like, I think I was saying this... all right, they got Team Cormier training session. I think I was saying this on one of the streams this last weekend, but like... Or maybe it was the panel on Frankie, Fight Night Frankie's channel. Go check him out. I say if the UFC does, or when the UFC does get their new broadcasting deal, whether it's Amazon, Netflix, both, like one of those two companies should do one more season with more unfiltered. What's the fucking show that all the girls are watching these days? Fucking Love Island style, like not style, but just like unfiltered. Let them swear, like do whatever. Put it on Netflix or Amazon, whatever. And if it does better, if it's popular, if it does well enough, continue it, because the fights have been awesome, and then they'll just add like a little bit more drama. Doesn't have to be full Spike TV days, but like, you know, Fox kind of did a little bit of both. Unfortunately, I'll never forgive them for adding the home videos, but like there's some really good Fox seasons, like the Dillashaw Garbrandt one, for example. No, even Stipe and Cormier's was good too, even though they didn't really have a rivalry. And if it's good, sweet, keep it. If it's not, just exit, but like, or just exit, but like give it one more go, a little bit unfiltered. Hector Souza being on Dana White Contender Series is so cool, and he's fighting the Brazilian Fundora. Yes, I will say I was disappointed in his first fight. I didn't think he was that good. I mean, he got the win, good for him. He did just enough, but he didn't pull the trigger enough. His second fight, he looked a lot better. So maybe it was just nerves. All right, so Jazzy Jeff Creighton, which his buddy was in the chat earlier this season. He's training right now. Here, I'll bring him up on screen too. He's actually pretty good, and he was involved in I mean, every single fight has been good this season, but he was involved in an absolute banger. 11-2-1 as a pro. 5 submissions, 1 KO TKO, 5 decisions. 1-0 in Bellator, 1-0 in LFA, and he's current melee champ. We actually beat a pretty good opponent in melee champ, and he's the defending, Uriah Faber A1 combat champion. Well, the guy in which he defended the title against was actually pretty good, pretty tough opponent. This was actually a really good fight. Went to LFA, beat an 8-2 guy, went to melee 3 again. I'm not familiar with melee, but beat a 14-4 guy who looks like he was an LFA champ at one point. And a guy fought in 1 championship, so like not a bad win there. 8-0 guy in Bellator, like fuck man. Fought in Cage Wars, Fury, Peak, King of the Cage. Like, who is this guy? And on the amateur scene went 7-3. So like, I fought in tough enough too. Literally, Jeff Creighton has fought everywhere on the American regional scene, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Rodrigo Sezinando, which again, I like Jeff Creighton. I don't like. I'm not rooting against him, but I'm rooting for my boy Rodrigo Sezinando, the pride of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and one of the stars of a Battlefield Fight League, who not only has been ripping it up in the West Coast Canadian promotion, but he also challenged himself in Samurai MMA as well, the reincarnation of TKO, and beat a 5-1 prospect, knocked him out in the first round to snatch that title as well. So he has, out of the 3 top Canadian promotions, he has 2 of the belts, right? Like, he's just missing Unified and BTC. Now, if he doesn't make it into the UFC after this, what a fun maybe challenge to pose to yourself. And if, I mean, you got 4 regional championships in Canada, I mean, the UFC will have to come calling back after that, right? What do you think of Ansar Kamzayev, 19 years old, Chechen, 4-0. What league does he fight in? DC, is he fighting ACA? DC tugging on his shirt. I'm not familiar just off the top of my head, but like, if he's in ACA or if he's in Young Eagles, I've probably seen him. If he's in Octagon, I don't watch Octagon every single show. Yo, what's up, Northwest? DC talking on his shirt because it's fat. I know, that's the thing. If this was Spike or Fox, every time that DC was stuffing his face on the show, they would be filming. They'd be like, zooming in on him. Not much. Hope you're having a good week, buddy. Light heavyweight is kind of rebuilding. Ulberg Reyes resurgence. Mers, kind of Guskov and Ming Yang. Dude, Ming Yang's good too. His next fight will be in LFA. Nice. Okay, hold on. Let me look him up. It's like, he sounds familiar, but I cover so many promotions. All right, we're going to our first commercial break. Ansar Kamzayev. Oh, okay. For whatever this is worth, commercial break 5 minutes earlier. Does that mean we have a 3-round fight? I don't know. We shall see. Ansar Kamazayev. All right. Okay, it looks like you already fought in LFA. All in one so he beat a 3-1 guy in his first fight. Fun karate combat. Oh, beat Abbas Abbasov in LFA. That's a good win. That's a really good win. That guy's at ATT. Cool. Yeah, he's booked for August 15th against Andy Waters, who's no joke either. Sweet. Well, I'll definitely be covering that show because, I mean, I rarely miss LFA. Yo, what's up, Amberly? Just want to let you know that my brother is in town, so I'm not at home right now, but keep missing the show. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Hope you have a good time hanging with your family. Yo, what's up, Hockey From? Yo, sup? Hey. I haven't even checked my email today, Hockey From Home, because I've been so busy with work, but when I get to emails, I will check it. Apparently, he ragdolls ranked UFC fighters in the gym. Let's go. Heard his UFC level already, according to one of the gym guys. It says he's only 3-0. But sweet. I'm excited to see his next fight. At least his record ain't padded like Khabib's. Yeah, Khabib with the 2-round deep fights that count as pro fights. They say he was ragdolling some big UFC fighter. Nice. Yeah, what did I say? August 15th or whatever? This is his next one. I'll be at the September 12th LFA show, by the way, guys. Back in Minnesota. Going to see our boy Steve Asplin, who's Alvin Guzzi Hines' training partner, one of Peterson and Hines' training partners. Who's like the striker out of that group. I guess Guzzi's now a little bit of a hybrid. I'd say Peterson's more of a wrestler. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, trust me. I know. Now I think Khabib was great, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's Mount Rushmore though. Like I think Anderson Silva is more Mount Rushmore than Khabib personally. Cuz like in MMA an undefeated record is, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But you got to look like relative dominance to amount of fights in the UFC and who the matchups were. He was going to be lost to T-Bow. Yeah, I mean, same GSP who lost to Johnny Hendricks. He trains at Killcliff and has a lot of guys over there. Have praise for him. But you know what? T-Bow, I'll say this. The MMA gods, they took care of him post-UFC because he got like 4 or 5 gifted decisions post-UFC. That win against Rory McDonald was an absolute joke, dude. An absolute joke. All right, we got a Tough House B-roll and fucking family video, of course. Does Robert Tito should have won that fight? Yeah, default all strikers agree with you. Yeah, dude, that was. I remember watching that. I remember I was renting one of the coolest like little apartments that I ever rented. I was only there for like 4 months, so that's why I remember that so vividly. I remember sitting on the couch. I bought like a brand new TV at the time, and I think I smashed my beer glass on the ground. Thank God I had like just like concrete floor in that like area of like some newer modern home basement suite, and I just fucking smashed it. And I think like Rory McDonald like retired after that. It was like one of his last couple fights. I was so pissed. But then like upon reflection, I'm like, you know what? The MMA gods, they had to give a few to him. They had to give a few to him. The head movement is stunning. Yeah, he did shortly after. Here comes the tears. Okay, do we got a sob story? I don't know. I mean, does Jazzy Jeff Creighton, is he it seems like they're just like, you know, just like a joyful, fucking wholesome couple. Are we going to see some? Yo, the best was in Ryzen. Like, Soya had a great fight, but the fact that his trainer had to carry him all the way to the dressing room was hilarious. And Yaman puking after beating Kanehara, too. Silva's head movement was out of this world. Oh, hell yeah. One thing I give Khabib credit for is he had a granite chin. That he did. And you know what? Him yapping in the cage was way more badass than fucking Kevin Holland and his stupid ass yaps. Like, Khabib was the OG big mouth, dude. He didn't talk much at press conferences. Never been... Yeah, you know, now that I think about that, I don't remember seeing much visible damage on Khabib at all, even after, like, fights that go the distance. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was fucking awesome, but like, and again, you can argue for most top 15 guys that most of the MMA world agree on, and you can make an argument for whatever the ranking is. I don't care that he lost. I don't care that he did PEDs. For me, Anderson Silva is the greatest fighter of all time. And it's like, and I'm not here being like, you guys are wrong if you don't agree with me. That's just like, I've been watching MMA my whole life since I can remember. Watch more Pride even than UFC. But like when Anderson Silva fought, I remember being like, this is the closest thing there is in this world to magic. And it was fucking awesome. And he never had like a BJ Penn decline. Like he was competitive on the way out. He just lost that magic. I rewatched Radley De Silva. He's better than I remembered. I would not be surprised if he upset Mangos. Yeah, he's more well-rounded than people think. Sezinando talking to his mom here. We're gonna see some waterworks in this one. I used to like Khabib. I mean, I thought that was common knowledge. No, he didn't cry. I was wrong. I don't judge Northwest. I got friends from West Virginia. Whether they want to admit it or not, I know a few of them have married their cousins. Maybe they don't even know it, but I know it. They're still my homies. I mean, Dagestan is basically the West Virginia of Russia, right? Oh, we got some waterworks. I actually worked for a West Virginia podcast at one point. They covered the football team, the soccer team, basketball, and a little bit of their house hockey team. It's called the Burning Couch Podcast. It was actually pretty good. It was one of my first big editing gigs. I think Khabib is like 8'10". Yeah, I agree. Look at that. Look at that, Northwest. Look at us agreeing together today. Not that we disagree. I dig it. Oh, there's a lot of waterworks here. Well, I guess Sezinando doesn't go back to Brazil much because he lives in Vancouver. And it's not fucking cheap to live in Vancouver. So it's like, I doubt you can afford many fucking trips back home to Brazil. Wait, what's going on in Hawaii now? Are there more fires there? What's up, Reddy? Bro, I've been working so much that I've just been so, even though I've been editing on my computer, I've been so unplugged. Oh, earthquake, shit. And it's off the Russian coast. Looks like Alaska might get hit too. Fuck. Yeah, I hope everything's okay. And hurricane? No, hurricane was yesterday. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Andrew with the 1 month membership. Yo, thank you, buddy. You did not have to do that. Yo, Andrew, I hope you just get gifted one next time, buddy. You never have to buy a membership. We got you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. You're a beauty, man. We always love having you here. How's your Tuesday going? How flashy Radley De Silva is. You forget he's actually mainly a grappler. Exactly. Mine goes 1 John Jones, 2 GSP, 3 Mighty Mouse, 4 Anderson Silva, 5 Fedor, 6 Merab, 7 Pereira, 9 Khabib, Islam, 10 Aspinall. I dig it. I dig it. I love how you put Fedor and Merab up in there. I think Tara going to run through Hyung Sung Park. I think so. I think so too. If it stays on the feet though, it would be great if Hyung Sung Park cracked him. Oh, we got more waterworks. Sezinando just can't handle the post talking to mom conversation. Which, hey, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Because for him, it's like he didn't just leave his family to go to Vegas. He's already been away from the family. Sounds good, buddy. I was just going to say Pantoja. I wouldn't have argued against that either. I think Pantoja is probably like 11. Tired by round 3 sub once Park gets tired. I love the matchup. Wish Park had a full camp for it. There's so many good Korean fighters who are not only like in the UFC, but everywhere in the world right now in so many different leagues. All right, we got 2 Apex shots, 3 Tough House, 2 family videos, 2 Cry from the same guy, 1 field trip. And we have the weigh-ins. Oh yeah, dude, this is going to be a 3-rounder. This is going to be a 3-rounder. We got the weigh-ins already. We got the weigh-ins before the half-an-hour mark. This is going to be a 3-rounder. Yo, what's up, Tyler Betts? Oh yeah. Probably sub. But I mean, I am the wrong person to ask because I am, unlike every other person who makes picks on YouTube, I feel like I'm more of a realist and anything can happen in this sport. So like Tyra win his best tools submission, so that's probably the way it's good. But I don't fucking know, Tyler Betts. I ain't no fucking fortune teller, bro. I do think Tyra's gonna win though. Like all those people who are making picks, this is how it's gonna. It's like you don't fucking know shit, dude. Like we literally in what was APFC, TJ Laramie minus 2,800, back control for the whole first round, in full guard for the whole second round, back control for the whole third round. People are losing their minds. Oh, minus 2,800 should have got the sub or whatever. It's MMA, man. The guy had actually good defense on the back, even though he lost the fight. You know what I mean? Oh, he should have won more because he was a minus 2,800, bro. It's fucking fighting, man. How are you doing, Tyler Betts? I'm doing great. My uncle and his dog are here for a week. Nice. All right, we're going to commercial at the 10:23 Eastern mark. I think this is going 3 rounds. I think we got an extra round here, which means it's going to be a hell of a fight. Magoyan versus McMillan's a very good fight for Dana White Contender Series. Magoyan, I'm not... Doesn't ring a bell at the top of my head, but Tommy McMillan is a tough motherfucker. This is just the Ultimate Fighter, Andrew, so no fights yet, my friend. No fights yet. It's like I said, it's an awesome matchup. Selfishly wish that that Park obviously had a full camp for this one, but he's the replacement. He's the replacement, right? Because friggin' Albozo can't friggin' just make a UFC fight anymore. Send him back to Brave. Shorty Torres can beat him up one more time. Yo, what's up, Morpheus? No, the weigh-ins just happened and we went to commercial, but I think it's going to be a long fight. I think it's going to start probably in like 15 minutes. 100%. And that's why I love this sport. That's why I love this sport so much. It ain't fucking rigged-ass boxing. A lot of underdogs winning in the UFC lately. Hell yeah. And one of my friends who's always in the chat, one of my homies that I've known my whole life, he's been taking note of all the on all cards, major organizations and regionals. He's been taking note of a lot of main event underdogs have been winning in particular. He was on Tough Enough with Armin in his corner. Oh, okay. I know the guy. Are you tough enough for Tough Enough? Yo, when is Hank going to sign the fucking contract is what I want to know. When is Hank going to sign the fucking contract? Fuck yourself! When is he going to smack No Chill in the face?
Look, you just got smacked. Did that hurt?
Fuck you, you bitch.
I'm betting on Hank the Tank, dude. I'm betting on Hank the Tank. And I'm going to use all those winnings to ironically buy Swamp FC. And my business partner will be No Chill MMA. Sick. Breaking my tolerance break already. Got accepted to go into a firefighting program today. Gonna have to sober up for that eventually. Dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I made a poster and it's not my best work. Like, but yeah, so No Chill was actually in talks with the promoter for Tough Enough. And they even like exchanged emails and No Chill, like, you know, let's be honest, it's No Chill. So he embellished the story and he's like, yeah, put us on the prelims as an amateur fight. there's a storyline. Hank is this and this and that. And he sent me the email thread, and I was like, dude, I got to make a poster for this. I think Hank's over 6 feet tall. Or at least like 5'10". I know Nocho's a pretty big guy, or pretty tall guy, but I've looked at Hank's amateur Tapology, man. He's got 0 wins, but he's been in a few scraps, right? Whereas like Nocho's the better wrestler and probably actually took his training seriously after high school. But and you know, like he'll probably still slap fucking Henry around, but like I said, underdogs, anything can happen in MMA. Hank will probably come in at like the plus fucking 2,000. I need money to start Swamp FC in Louisiana. I'm betting on Hank the Tank, baby. Fighters are already entering the facility to start their fight, man. This is going to be a long-ass fight, and then maybe there's going to be something at the end where maybe they have to choose the next semifinal fights. I don't know. Yeah, on the Californian regional scene. It was tough to find. But I'm going for Henry, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's like 0-4 or 0-5. Hold on, I'm trying to find the poster I made. Oh yeah, right. They had to share the same they usually would share the same locker room. I don't think Daniel Cormier is going to corner. I think they're just splitting the coaches. I've seen on past seasons where they've done like some of the other coaches on the other team would just jump in a corner and they'd like switch it up a little bit. This is actually a good speech from Daniel Cormier. He's like telling them before they go and fight. He's like, you guys helped elevate each other. They're sharing a good like sportsmanship moment here. Two kids beefing from mom and grandma's house. A channel that hates MMA. A YouTuber who loves the sport. Hank the Tank versus No Chill MMA. Sign the contract. All right. It'll be. I don't think they're gonna go to another commercial, but they might. They haven't been recently. But anyways, we went over both of the fighters. I think Rodrigo's gonna win, but both are good. I think he's a little bit more well-rounded. His gas tank was way better in his debut TUF fight than I even remember it was on the regional scene, like in BFL. So, and he's in way better shape than I remember him being on the regional scene. I'm gonna go with Alberg by decision, but not super confident. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. What time is that at? Speaking of massive, DEC is fat. Yo, what's up, John Doe? Alberg versus who takes it? If Dom wins, will they give him a title shot? Maybe because like there's still a following, and he's like, would he be on the 4-5 win streak? If I'm not mistaken, right? Or would it be 3? I don't remember, but he'd be on a good streak. Both them top of the division. I'd hope so, especially if he beats him in like, you know, old school Dom Reyes fashion. Beats him up for 3 rounds or ends up finding an elbow or just that hook of hits. All right. If they go to commercial, that would be fucked because like literally there's a commercial like 4 minutes ago. Who do you guys think got in this one, by the way? Sezinando versus Creighton. There's no way. They have to go to a first round here. They got to go right to the first round. And you know why I say that? It's because if it does go to sudden death overtime, again, YouTube, it's not actually sudden death. This is an MMA for fuck's sakes. But if it does go to overtime or to a third round, then they're gonna milk the commercials. Oh man, my freaking program here is tripping out. Damn it, I might not be able to put the banners up. What the fuck? Oh well. Sonnen a Chad for saying can't stop watching Connor's dick. I'm not sure. I didn't know that's what he was saying. To be honest, I say this like tongue in cheek when like I talk to people who just like watch, who gamble on the sport, who are like, and you don't watch as much regional. I always say like kind of cheeky. I watch the sport, not numbers. Well, I watch the sport, not Connor's penis. I don't even know the story. I don't even... Oh, big knee by Creighton, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea why everyone's obsessed with Conor McGregor's dick, and I feel like being one of the only ones who doesn't know the story, I'm proud of that. 4:20 on the clock. How's it going, by the way, brother? Yeah, our friend, the Real MMA Breakdown. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you, buddy. Creighton for the win. I was not impressed with the other guy's fight. I also think it looks too small for 170. 402. Looking for the takedown here is Rodrigo. Haven't been following TUF too much, but who do you see taking the whole thing this year? Either that Idiris guy, if he fights his best fight, or the Sezinando guy. Well, or the Sezinando guy 170. And I should say the Sezinando guy 170. I'm doing good, man. I mean, busy freaking week with work, but no complaints. Got a couple more hours to put in after this, but it was a good break to hang out with you guys and watch some Ultimate Fighter. Sezinando, by the way, unable to take Creighton to the ground here, continuing to look for that single leg. Did he actually? It's funny though, because like I used to watch Chael Sonnen's YouTube channel a lot, and I used to listen to his podcast all the time, just as like one of my rotation ones. But like, there's some banger episodes, but I haven't listened for a while. I'm not gonna lie. Mark Smith saying, "Let's work," as Creighton continues to defend the right single leg. Kennedy smoked him. 252. Great to see everyone in the live chat, by the way. We usually, don't have big crowds for Ultimate Fighter. Once we get to Contender Series, that's when we have it's a fucking watch party. Yeah, I just saw it on Facebook. Tank Davies tried. Wow. 235. I'm sure our friend at Rush Hour Fight Club, our friend Jay, he'll probably have a video coming out about that, as he's a big boxing guy. And he's a real combat sports channel. So go check him out. Rush Hour Fight Club. 219. Continuing to try to work here in the clinch and pushing Creighton up against the cage of Sezinando. So no wonder this fight's going to be 3 rounds. Sezinando clinching up here in this one. Night and day from the last performance. 158. Body lock, almost got the trip. DC saying that Rodrigo's going to be tired going into the second. He's using a lot of his gas tank. And look at that, Creighton with the takedown. Creighton with the takedown, but Sezinando reversed him right away. And I guess it took Creighton to go for the takedown for Sezinando to get in the top position. And he is passing guard. He's looking to get into side control. I thought it's higher in the Ultimate Fighter. Season 33, Andrew. Into side control, or half guard right now, Sezinando. No, it sounds crazy, but I'm also a member of Rush Hour. Dude, you're Scott, just supporting all the homies, man. Appreciate you, Scott. Scott literally jumps in the chat every single time we stream to give a thumbs up, say what's up, and to like renew his membership when it runs out. Like, what a fucking beauty. Scott even like joins me on my hockey channel, which this season, by the way, Scott, there's so much international hockey. I'm gonna be covering Olympic hockey. I'm gonna be covering World Junior again. And I'm gonna be covering a little bit more Minnesota Wild as well. Oh, arm triangle choke attempt. Rodrigo looking for the arm triangle choke attempt. And he's using it to get into mount here. He's in that modified half guard side control right now, looking for that choke. 25 seconds remain. I don't think he's going to get it since it's only 10:35 Eastern. Look, back mount now by Sezinando. Oh, he's got the back, but only 15 seconds left. This will win in the fight, though, as it was pretty neutral up against the cage. And now Rodrigo Sezinando winning these grappling exchanges, which was kind of the only thing. Yeah. My second channel is live right now, actually, as Judd's Buds is on. And nice reversal by Creighton with a couple elbows there at the end, but I imagine Sezinando will take that round. Yeah, the under 20 tournament was badass last year. So that's every year. Okay, now we're going to commercial. That's every year, by the way, Scott. Which is what's amazing. It's the World Juniors. It happens Labor Day or Boxing Day, which is our day after Christmas. Every Boxing Day to, I think, the 4th. Oh, man. Okay, guys, give me 1 sec. I'm going to pop out of the stream for a sec, but I'll be right back. My program is glitching and I can't scroll, so I'm just going to refresh the page. But give me 1 sec. I will be literally 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. That's better. My little tabs and stuff that I can see the chat and things, like the scroll bar just disappeared. So I don't know what happened there. All right, we'll bring this matchup back on screen. Okay, good to know. I didn't know that was every year. Dude, it's my favorite tournament in sports. I like it more than the Stanley Cup finals or just the Stanley Cup playoffs. And US is always a good team. Canada's always a good team. Czech's always a good team. Russia's not allowed to play right now. They've been banned from the IHF. Finland's a good team. Sweden's a good team. Last year, Latvia freaking upset Canada. It was one of the biggest upsets in hockey history. Fucking Latvia beat Canada, for fuck's sake. Usually it's the Czechs that have Canada's number out of the European teams. Canada, for some reason, can walk through the Finns, make the Swiss cry, usually beat the Russians in low scoring games. For some reason, the fucking Czechs usually have our number. But this year, Latvia beat it. This was, I don't want to rip on the kids because the kids are still high level. 4 of them signed with the NHL after their college seasons this year too. But it just wasn't the right team, especially with the type of team that the Americans put out. Canada was going to lose if they played them in the finals anyways. The States are now crushing it. Back-to-back World Juniors. And we'll see in the Olympics. Canada and the U.S. are 1-1 right now after that. Whatever that crazy good tournament that the NHL put on this year. So U.S. won the first game. Canada won the second game. So Canada won the tournament. But no. We're 1-1, baby. And the Olympics is going to be sick. And what's awesome is the IHF and IOC, they know what they're doing. I've seen the brackets already. The U.S. has the easiest fucking bracket. It's not even close, dude. They got Switzerland, Italy, and France. Switzerland's okay, all right? Canada's got I think the Slovaks or Czechs, I forget which one. And then 2 lesser teams as well. And then poor Finland, Sweden, and Czech. It's either Czechoslovakia, Sweden, Finland, and then one other team that just got in there. So that group is going to be an absolute bloodbath with those 3 teams. But they did that so that Canada and the States will have the easiest path. I guarantee easiest path to the gold medal game, because that is going to be the fucking sickest game of the Olympics. I remember watching the NHL International Tournament thing. Yeah. I remember 2011, fucking Ryan Miller in net for Team USA, Luongo in for Team Canada, that going into overtime. That shit was crazy, man. Crosby yelling, Iggy, right at Ginla. I was working at a restaurant that time. I remember no one was eating, no one was working. We were all just glued to that game. Winner takes Canada. Oh, you have to get past all the fucking hosers who sharpen their hockey sticks at the border. Especially the French, dude. Even in Canada's election, they were so... Quebec usually votes for Quebec, their party. This year, the Quebecs didn't even vote for their own party. They voted for Canada because they were like, fuck this shit. We are Canadian, motherfucker. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to see the nation respond as one. In such a divided time in North America, wherever you are in the States and Canada, it was cool to see, you know, my country like come together for a little bit and be like, fuck that. All right, round 2, by the way, and a great job by Jeff Creighton getting the takedown. And Sezinando couldn't get the reversal here. Yeah, someone just brought it up in the chat. I just checked it out. It's pretty gnarly. And it's going to hit Alaska too, I read. So hope everybody can evacuate who's been issued that order. 3:48. Yes, round 2 just started. 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. You're still 2 minutes in? What the hell? So Sezinando won the first round. I imagine Creighton's probably going to win this round, and we're going to go to sudden death overtime. Creighton in the top position, doing a great job of controlling the shoulder of Sezinando. Sezinando looking to get back up to his feet. Dude, that was such a great season. Oh, Sezinando looking for the calf slicer here. He was a dick on the show, and he was a dick as the coach. That season, though, low-key awesome. Michael Johnson came from that season. Alex Caceres came from that season. Sezinando looking for a heel hook now. Oh, getting out of his Jeff Creighton. Sezinando now getting the takedown. Or at least controlling him here. Speaking of Khabib, he's doing the Khabib, grabbing the legs, trying to pull Creighton off the cage. No, 2 rounds. They're Khabib fights. They're exhibition 2-round fights, so they don't get paid for them. But if it's if the judges deem it a draw, they go to a 3rd round. Oh, great little reversal by Creighton as he grabbed the right leg of Sezinando, but Creighton grabbed the cage, cut off his fingers. Oh, and a nice takedown by Sezinando. Things are starting to heat up here as it's going back and forth. First round was like the only round of this whole competition that wasn't exciting so far, but this round's starting to get good here as the grappling exchanges are going back and forth. And Sezinando now in full mount. Full mount. Slamma jamma. Let's see if Creighton can roll out of it. He might give up his back though. And Sezinando, oh, he does get out of it. What a scramble there. I don't think I've ever loved and hated watching someone on the show as much as Josh. That was so extra. You loved it from him. He was one of my favorites, even though I think that was the only time I rooted for GSP was against Koscheck, even though I liked watching Koscheck. He knew how to market himself back then. He like Colby Covington wished he was as good of a bad guy as Josh Koscheck. Yeah, that first round sucked. 1 minute and 49 seconds. Sezinando swinging here, but you can tell he's tired. You can tell he's tired. Oh, big body kick by Creighton. Creighton could win back the round here on the feet. Hated Josh on the show and Bobby Southworth. Yeah, he was a dick. Oh, big knee to the body by Creighton. Probably one of the better fighters on the show, though. But he just didn't know he was going to fight. So he's like, I didn't fucking cut weight or come in shape. Sezinando with the takedown. And you can see Creighton just annoyed there. Exactly. You love watching him talk shit, but the whole time you're like thinking, man, I can't wait to watch you get your ass kicked. Well, I mean, when Tate almost kicked his ass, like I was a fan of Brad Tate before I even knew who Brad Tate was. By the way, Brad Tate on the Casuals MMA podcast is awesome. Way better than his Jackson podcast appearance because I just want to throw a fucking bear through the wall. And I think I'm even taller than Barrett. 50 seconds on the clock. Sezinando, top position. Not doing much damage, though, as Creighton just landed some fucking Stockton slaps on the side of his head. This round will be interesting to score because I feel like Sezinando more control, won more of the grappling exchanges, but Creighton landed more strikes, but it wasn't like enough to be like, oh yeah, Damage is going to take this one, especially now with some elbows by Sezinando. Oh yeah, I'm glad that the what wasn't the Tim Sylvia episode was awesome because Bear just shut the fuck up, and Tim Sylvia's an absolute G, not in a gi. Sezinando landing shots to the side of Creighton's head, but yeah, I will never forgive Bear for the Goldie episode. He ruined it. But the Hitchcock episode, the owner or the promoter of King of the Cage, and I would say Tim Sylvia now, one of the best ones. Bear's little brother, you let come to the party energy. Yep. Sezinando has no cardio. He's got a round and a half of cardio, but what I will say about him is he pushes through it. He pushes through it. He doesn't give up, but it definitely, like, his technique gets sloppy as hell, and he's prone to making mistakes, which we've seen. We saw him get reversed. We saw him overswing. I guess, yeah, at 10:45, we're going to a commercial right now. Usually this is when the fights start this season. We're going to a third round. Fun second round, though. Back and forth. So they probably, I don't know which round they gave each. If it maybe Creighton got the first round, Sezinando got the second round, or I don't know. But I imagine this is going to a third. That or like one of them is going to win and the coaches are going to fight or something. Well, I mean, they probably won't fight, but you know what I mean. We'll see. We'll see. They should just drop Bear and just do Rampage TJ. It would be way better in my opinion. The thing is, like, it's his toy, right? And that's the thing, like 5% of me is like, I respect this guy for giving the fighters a platform, a training center, like just like, you know, helping these guys out, especially Rampage, because Rampage is will always be one of my favorites. I watched him growing up in Pride when he was like 19, 20 years old over there. So I will always be like, I'm thankful for that, but like, I just shut the fuck up. Are you excited for Pinedo this week? Do you think it's easy money as always? I do think he's going to win. Yes. He's not fighting on this episode. I feel like Sezinando won that second. TJ has somehow become a fan favorite again just by keeping it real. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever be a fan of TJ Dillashaw. I am not a hater, and I loved watching him fight. But man, it sucked that Cody was like a little dumber than him. All right, like a lot dumber than him. But like I wanted Cody to beat him fucking so bad, dude. So bad. I don't even know why. I really do not know why. And even that season, The Ultimate Fighter, like Cody like started out so much more cockier and like, oh yeah, big dick energy. And we're like, yeah, let's go fucking Garbrandt team alpha male bitch. And then like TJ started to beat him everywhere, and they beat him in the coaches challenge. And I was like, fuck, dude. He just says things like it is, so he has regained some respect. Oh yeah. Again, I don't have any disrespect towards him or anything like that. It's just like I don't know. I don't even know why I can't like put my finger on it, but I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe it's because of like just the Chris Holsworth stuff. I love / hate TJ. I know him somewhat personally from training at Bang HQ, and he's done some dirty shit to some of my favorite coaches. TJ did a lot of douchey shit back in the day that I feel like it can't be forgiven. It's kind of like how Mr. Grant Gregory, he had some friends who trained with Dustin Poirier, and he said that like Dustin wouldn't pay some of his training partners and would like try to knock out some of his training partners. And so Mr. Grant Gregory's like, I know everyone loves Dustin, but fuck Dustin. Cody was way cooler, and they all said he won most of the time when they sparred. So probably why overly confident wanted it so bad, so overly emotional, and TJ's a sniper. Well, I mean, Cody almost had him in that first fight. Cody's rise was so much fun. He's on exactly. Although I will say, man, I thought Sandhagen beat him. Yeah. 10 more seconds, and it was a wrap in the first fight. All right, round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on. And going for a knee already is Creighton. Sezinando with the right underhook, pushing Creighton right up against cage. 100%, bro. No doubt he beat him. Yeah, Corey Sandhagen's one of my favorites, personality and style-wise. Like I always find myself rooting for him. Not enough to the point where I'm crashing out on stream during the Umar fight. I actually thought that was a tremendous fight. A lot of people, it was a boring fight. Nah, man. Those grappling exchanges were unbelievable, and Corey Sandhagen is one of the best in the world, and Umar started to take over in the third or the fourth and fifth round, and it was like, fuck, man. Like, he's that good. But then he got Marab, and probably Marab is going to Marab Corey Sandhagen. So, wah. Sezinando looking for the takedown again. Body lock here. I mean, I will say this. This is the most boring fight of the season so far. Sezinando must know something we don't, in that Creighton's a hell of a fucking striker because he's been training with him for however many weeks now. I have a sneaky suspicion he whispers going to get it done versus Marabs. I don't know why, just a feeling. Sezinando looking for a heel kick to the body. They're at center. Yuri is so fun to watch. Sezinando's dead tired, man. Creighton looking for that body shot. Sezinando. Bad body language here. Ducking, looking for the double leg. 319. Sezinando gets it, grabbing the legs, dragging Creighton to the ground. Impressive given that he's that tired, but Creighton, man, if he can land some more shots on the feet, he might be able to win this round back. 309. DC's actually doing good commentary here for like both them being unbiased. He's like, Jeff need to be more aware of that. Because even though Cezinando's crotch sniffing right now, Creighton didn't do anything on the feet. So even if Mark Smith separates them, we're halfway through the round, and one guy's up. Yeah, Mark Smith saying, let's work. Ask the mat back to the feet for Creighton, or back. Ask the mat back to the cage for Creighton. I don't know where my mom was going there. Okay, so now looking for a back take. Left hook in, right hook in. 225. He's got half a round with both hooks in. Oh, no, the right hook came out. I have a feeling that Corey is going to get it done against Rob too. Fuck, how cool would that be, man? Both hooks are in again. Both hooks are in again. Sezinando, dead tired, still got the back of Jeff Creighton. Jeff Creighton, oh, body triangle secured. Oh, man. Jazzy Jeff. He's in deep water now, ladies and gentlemen. He's in deep water now. This might be the most boring fight of the season. I think, no, it definitely is. It definitely is. Second round was fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm impressed that a dead tired Sezinando was able to get the back of Creighton here. And if he submits him, all right, fair enough. But I think we're going to see what we saw over the weekend with TJ Laramie. 3 rounds of pretty much control time to a victory. Although, obviously, one of the rounds went Creighton's way. I'm really disappointed that Creighton in this fight, I thought he would do better. And Sezinando now loses the back position, but is now in half guard. Just going full smother in this one. But again, his cardio is going to bite him in the ass against better opponents. Oh, great job by Jeff Creighton to get out of it and get back up to his feet. Elbows to the side of Sezinando. Sezinando fails the takedown. Wish we were allowed grounded knees. Good defense by Creighton here. 55 seconds on the clock isn't going to be enough, though, especially if Sezinando can land one more shot. But Creighton landing some shots to his face. Though I value those. We value those. I doubt the judges do. Oh, man, they separate. And Sezinando is literally like, looks like he's dead tired. Big knee to the body. If Creighton has 30 seconds to drop him, and honestly, give it to him if he does. Cezinando's hands are down. He's so tired. On the back foot, he's so tired. He's just waiting for the clock to tick. And Creighton with some big right hands. Cezinando blocking. Cezinando eats a left elbow. Now clinching up is Creighton here. Oh, man, Creighton, this is not the time to clinch. This is not the time to clinch. This is the time to friggin' yes, let it go. Knee to the body by Creighton. Right by Creighton. Cezinando swings, but he misses. Oh, he eats a knee to the body. Bro, this... Oh, spinning elbow by Sezinando. He throws, he clinches. They separate again, and that is it. Oh, man. He made it close. He made it fucking close. It was like 30 seconds of striking in that round for Creighton. Can 30 seconds outweigh almost being submitted? That's the thing, right? Almost being submitted, being controlled for... I'm all about damage first, but like, it has to be more than 30 seconds. Should have done that 10 minutes ago. Dana's going to crucify. I don't know. I don't know. I see, like, it was a boring fight compared to the rest of the season, but like, let's be realistic here. It was technical until they were tired and sloppy. Like, that second round was excellent as far as the grappling exchanges, and it was back and forth the whole time. First round was a slog fest. Sezinando was like, I'm not going to strike with this guy. And then third round, again, not a fun round, but impressive that the tired as hell Sezinando was able to even get the back. And again, I think Creighton left a little bit on the table there at the end, but maybe he just had a better poker face than we thought, and he was just as tired. There's your Isha glass half fucking full analysis of the fight. Yeah, but lucky for them, it's a tournament. So I even am a little less hard on them because it's like you gotta stay fresh for that next fight. Even though I guess the finals is technically for them 6 weeks later. I guess if the semi-final fight is the fight to not take chances in, I guess, out of all of them in the show. But like, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'll say the first round sucked. I enjoyed the second round. The third round, I was impressed for just like the human element of like, holy fuck, they're dead tired, and both of them did what they could to try to get that one back. Yeah. But that's the Contender Series mentality. This is, this is tournament. So even DC said Rodrigo fought a smart fight there. And Rodrigo wins that third round. I figured he would. Man, if Jeff had thrown those flurry shots in the first part of the round and a little bit more in the third, he might have won it back. But and you know what? Of course the fight between the teammates is the less exciting one of the season. Hey. So guys, so far we've had 10 episodes. 9 out of 10 have been stellar fights. Still can't complain for a Tuesday night. So by default, we have to X another one of Team Cormier's guys, but handedly winning this competition thus far. Of course, DC said that he's a wrestler who did the same thing. He ain't wrong, though. No, Creighton's good, though, man. Creighton's good. I mean, takedown defense, little suspect there at the end, but I honestly think he had just had a better poker face than we thought and was just as tired. Oh, we got some more tears by Rodriguez. That's 3 tears from the same guy. No. It went to the third round. Because the Ultimate Fighter fights are only 2 rounds, but if it's 1-1 going into if it's 1-1 after 2, they go to third. Rodrigo's face is a little fucked up, probably from those elbows. But let's go. The BFL and Samurai champ is in the finals, baby. Let's go. Oh, that's cool. He says, Mom, my goal is so that you don't have to work anymore, so that your son can take care of you. Look, after that performance, it's like, come on, put it this way. Early in BFL, that's how he won his fights. Not the most exciting fashion. It was like his last few fights and his championship fights in BFL and his Samurai fight were more exciting, which is probably why they got him on this show. But again, despite him having cardio issues, I've never seen him in this good of shape. He's usually a little bit more, Michelin men on BFL and Samurai, he was in good shape. Probably preparing for the show. But all right, so next week is Imanol Rodriguez. And he's going up against, what's his name? Is it Joseph Morales? So that one should be fun. So yeah, Joseph Morales up against Imanol Rodriguez for next week's matchup. Yeah, Sonnen only has 2 guys left. Imanol, raw but very talented. So that should be a fun one. That one should honestly be fucking sick. ESPN went right to the fucking bags tournament. Cornhole tournament. That's hilarious. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us as always. Sometimes I hang out for a little bit and talk, but like I am slammed with work this week, and I actually I will be away Friday evening and Saturday for work. So I will stream Friday morning and early afternoon on Friday and whatever's on Thursday. And I will also stream on Sunday, but Saturday I'm away for work. I'm hired to cover this whole event. Yeah. I have to like film the keynote speeches at the event and get some B-roll and blah, blah, blah. Make some fucking, short content for the company and the event and whatever. So, and it's literally from like 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's a whole fucking day. So if there's like some Japanese MMA on by the time I get home, then sick. Maybe I'll cover that. But that's not, but I will be streaming this week, just not as much as last weekend. I think we had like 7 or 8 streams. We did 16 hours on Saturday. Like we crushed it. We're still going to crush it Thursday, Friday, well, half Friday and Sunday. We just won't crush it on Saturday, guys. I know we're missing Black Combat. I literally want to blow my brains out, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey, thank you, Scott. It's always a blast from here in the chat here as well. And big shout out to everybody who hung out with us this week. We will be back next week for more Ultimate Fighter, and we will be back every Tuesday for Dana White Contender Series. I will drop my schedule this week, probably tonight or tomorrow, just so everyone has a heads up of maybe the thinner streaming schedule. And I will try my best tomorrow night or Thursday to do a membership stream. This fucking one, I'll tell you what, this one client of mine, and they're great, they're a great client of mine. I've had them, I've been working for them for over a year now. They just keep automatically renewing my contract with them, and actually got a raise this year as well. But that's besides the point. They messed up and recorded a 2-part podcast in one take with all 3 of their cameras, which are nice cameras, like 4K cameras. So instead of splitting it up so that it's easier to send the 3 camera files for the video podcast, it was like 3.5 hours, and they took a break between, but they just forgot to turn it off. And then I found out they didn't even use like 2 of the 3 cameras. They didn't even use the nice cameras. So they used like, I think their phone and their like their webcam, which was fine. But sometimes when you record on your phone, if the settings are right, or your webcam and the settings aren't right, the audio, the longer the recording, it will just naturally just go out of sync, because it just like, it self-processes, and those devices just aren't meant to take that long of footage. We're just ending right now. I'm just explaining why my week has been busy. And so with all that context, they sent me 3 camera angles that were like, one was 65 gigs, the other 2 were like 40. And all of them were out of sync. So usually, when I sync up files, I sync up the audio files. Usually I get them like to clap before they start, so I can just sync up the clap and it's easy to edit. I had to constantly throughout it move back and forth, because the audio was just so fucked by like an hour in. It like the main files didn't even match their own like mouth movement. So I had to like take the mic recording and it's been completely fucked. And I told them, like, I know this is a fuck up, but like, I'm charging you a little bit more because this has been like, this went from a 6-hour job to like I'm probably on hour like 40 and it's one podcast episode. No, there was only one fight. This is the Ultimate Fighter. But anyways, guys, Sezinando Rodriguez has stamped his ticket to the finals. Proud of him, despite the performance being kind of lackluster. It wasn't like a bad performance. It was just a typical UFC safe performance, because ironically, Dana White likes bringing exciting guys in, and then they come in and have boring fights, because that's the UFC, just a boring ass league. But anyways, proud of the BFL champ, proud of the Samurai MMA champ as well, as he's out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But anyways, guys, I gotta run. I gotta get back to this crazy job. I'll post my schedule soon. If I can do a membership stream tomorrow or Thursday, we'll do one. I will be back Thursday for whatever's on. Friday morning, no streams Friday night, no streams on Saturday, but I will be back Sunday. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all this weekend / early week for the few combat sports fight companions that we're hosting. And I'll see the rest of you back next Tuesday for the Ultimate Fighter. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.